Yes. So the question is about serious misconduct, meaning sexual assault and violence that's happened within the context of the underground therapy community, with allegations coming to light recently that had previously been all kind of kept in-house. This is a serious question, and a colleague and I are working on this right now. Part of why there was so much sexual abuse happening in the underground community is because the entire activity was illegal. And so what happens is if you have somebody who positions himself as a healer or a leader or a guru in some way, and what they're doing is actually helping people have life transformative experiences that are very positive, and everybody in the community can see that that's happening. And then you start to hear that they've also been crossing sexual boundaries with their clients and then coming up with some sort of spiritual explanation for why that's all okay. And you're uncomfortable with that. If you then go speak to the authorities, you're now implicating yourself in an illegal activity. And so there were social structural reasons why, one, the abuses were happening, because you have people who are having experiences that the mainstream culture isn't allowing you to have, so to speak. So you're in this special, separate, sacred space, and you're constantly noticing that when you cross certain boundaries and do something that the government doesn't know about, it can have what appear to be beneficial outcomes. And so your sense of right and wrong and what are the okay boundaries and what are the not okay boundaries can start to get a little bit skewed. So my hope and suspicion is that by bringing these drugs into the mainstream culture, where there are a whole bunch of regulations around therapist-client relationships and so forth, and where there are at least some reporting structures in place. Now, by the way, there's a lot of sexual abuse in non-psychedelic therapy relationships, which have to do with just power and vulnerability that are built into a lot of these things to begin with. But, and so that situation isn't dealt with either. But my hope is that compared to having this all happening out of sight and out of mind and underground, there should be a little bit more daylight. And again, my colleague and I and some others are thinking about how to build structures in place that will incentivize people to be able to share about and report and hold accountable people who cross sexual boundaries in the context of a therapy relationship.